Oh my god, she's raspy today.
Did JoJo Siwa just steal a song for real this time? JoJo Siwa has been accused of a lot of things in her career, but this time the internet is convinced she actually stole a song. Her new track Raspy just dropped, and almost immediately, fans started comparing it side by side with music from other artists. And let's just say, the similarities are impossible to ignore. But here's the kicker. This isn't the first time JoJo has faced accusations like this. In fact, when you line up her music history, a pattern starts to emerge, and it's not flattering. From suspiciously familiar beats, to lyrics that sound copy-pasted, to entire songs that were apparently bought from other artists, the JoJo controversy just keeps getting messier.
I was shocked to find out that JoJo Siwa may have stolen both of her songs that she's releasing, so here's the tea. When I tell you the internet was beside themselves after hearing JoJo Siwa talk about karma for weeks as if she originally created it like Beethoven himself, that a video of another singer singing it word for word with a music video went viral. Her name is Britt Smith. To my surprise, Miley Cyrus had it first and recorded a demo of it in 2011 to potentially go on her Can't Be Tamed album. Now,
before we unpack JoJo's wild ride, let's get real for a sec. This story's got more twists than a music theft accusation or a TikTok dance challenge, and we're just getting started. If you're obsessed with JoJo's chaos or just here for the tea, smash that subscribe button and let us know your thoughts about her in the comments. Did JoJo Siwa really steal another song? Or is she just caught in the middle of internet drama once again? JoJo's new track Raspy was supposed to mark the start of a new era for her, but instead of praise, she got flooded with memes, criticism, and plagiarism accusations. Why? Because fans noticed something strange right away. First off, the lyrics. If you haven't heard it, the chorus is literally just JoJo repeating the word raspy again and again. I mean, it's not even clever wordplay. It sounds more like someone stalling for time during karaoke. And honestly, a lot of listeners had the same reaction. Who let this get published? But the bigger problem wasn't just the awkward chorus. Fans noticed the entire sound of Raspy felt familiar, suspiciously familiar. Some said it sounded almost identical to Bite, a song released just 2 months earlier by indie LGBTQ artist Mad Psy. Others pointed out it even resembled Solo by Jennie from Blackpink. When multiple fan bases started drawing the same comparisons, it didn't take long for the controversy to explode. But if you think this is just an innocent coincidence, wait until you see how the original artist reacted. TikTok lit up the minute JoJo dropped her snippets. Side-by-side edits started going viral, playing Mad Psy's Bite next to JoJo's Raspy. And the similarities? They weren't subtle. The instrumental had the same vibe, the pacing was nearly identical, and even the pre-chorus build into the drop sounded like it was traced with carbon paper. Mad Psy himself eventually responded. At first, he thought JoJo was actually promoting his track, but once he realized she was calling it her own, he started throwing shade. His line, "Why stream the Temu version over the better one?" pretty much summed up how fans were feeling. And here's the thing, instead of addressing the controversy, JoJo just ignored it. She acted like nothing was happening, even while TikTok was roasting her. That's when fans started noticing a pattern, because this isn't the first time JoJo has been called out for using someone else's work. And the last time it happened, the internet was even more brutal. Rewind to JoJo's song Karma. When it first dropped, she hyped it as if it were this deeply personal track, her passion project. She spoke about it like it was her creative breakthrough, but not long after, the truth came out. Karma wasn't written by JoJo at all. The track originally belonged to artist Britt Smith, and even Miley Cyrus had recorded a demo way back in 2011, intending to put it on her Can't Be Tamed album. Fans were shocked, because JoJo had been talking about Karma as though she composed it herself, pouring her soul into the lyrics. Instead, it was a recycled industry hand-me-down. When the video of Britt Smith performing the song went viral, JoJo's credibility took a major hit. People started calling her out not just for singing songs she didn't write, but for pretending they were hers in the first place. But trust me, that wasn't even the worst of it, because the next controversy made people wonder if JoJo's entire career was built on borrowed music. If you want more deep dives into JoJo's drama, because trust me, there's plenty more where this came from, hit subscribe, like, comment, and turn on notifications. We've got a whole series on JoJo Siwa's glow-ups, blow-ups, and everything in between coming your way, so you won't want to miss it. Another song, another scandal. This time it was Choose Your Fighter. Fans quickly discovered the track had originally been performed by TikTok creator Emmeline. The song existed years before JoJo touched it. And here's where things get shady. Emmeline never publicly signed off on JoJo's version. She even hinted that she didn't approve of how it was being released. Not long after fans started flooding her comments with accusations that JoJo stole her song, Emmeline's original TikTok disappeared, deleted. Naturally, that only fueled more speculation. Did JoJo's team pressure her into taking it down? Was she silenced behind the scenes? We don't have definitive proof, but the timing raised a lot of eyebrows. At this point, fans started asking, is JoJo actually writing any of her music, or is she just buying songs, copying trends, and calling it original? And then came a cover so bad, even Kim Kardashian had to speak up. JoJo decided to tackle the classic Betty Davis eyes. And let's just say, the result was not well received. Her version was so overproduced and auto-tuned that it barely resembled the original. The backlash was harsh. Even Kim Kardashian stepped in, dropping what might be the most polite insult in history. She said, "Authenticity is what makes music timeless." Translation: JoJo, please stop smothering everything in autotune. It was another example of JoJo trying to force a new image, but instead of impressing people, it came across as fake and desperate. But the controversies don't stop with music. JoJo's personal brand has been just as confusing, and maybe just as calculated. For years, JoJo was one of the loudest LGBTQ+ voices in pop culture. Rainbow merch, pride events, unapologetically queer. She built an entire empire on that identity. And then, almost overnight, she flipped the script. Suddenly, JoJo was dating men, posting TikToks about baking in floral dresses, and adopting a trad wife aesthetic. Fans were confused. Was this a genuine change, or just another marketing stunt? Some people think she's cosplaying straight as a PR move, since her rainbow branding wasn't translating into music sales. Others believe she really is reinventing herself, no matter how messy the transition looks. The shift was so drastic that fans started questioning whether JoJo is authentically herself, or if every new era is just a calculated rebrand to stay relevant. And when you zoom out, that's when you see the bigger picture. Think about it. JoJo's been accused of copying songs, copying aesthetics, even moderating her own comment section to delete criticism. She floods TikTok with clips of her new tracks, trying to force them onto For You pages until people stream them out of curiosity. To JoJo, it seems like bad press is still good press. Every time she gets called out for plagiarism, the controversy drives streams, clicks, and headlines. And maybe that's the point. Maybe this whole chaotic rebrand isn't about making great music, it's about keeping her name trending. If that's the case, JoJo might be less of a pop star and more of a professional troll. But that leaves us with one final question. So here we are, JoJo Siwa's Raspy era. Repetitive lyrics, suspiciously familiar beats, and a growing list of controversies that make it hard to take her music seriously. Is she truly out of ideas, relying on other people's work to keep her career alive? Or is this a deliberate strategy, stirring outrage, to stay in the headlines, even if it means being labeled a copycat? Because let's be real, every time JoJo drops a new track, the conversation isn't about how good the song is, it's about who she allegedly stole it from. And that might actually be the plan. So what do you think? Is JoJo trolling for clout, or has she genuinely lost her creative direction? And if this is just the beginning of her Raspby era, what on earth could she possibly do next? Country? Christian rock? Maybe a Raspy remix featuring tea and crumpets? Let me know your thoughts below.